Curran Bhatia here at Madison Square Garden. I'm here with David Diamante. It was the Katie Taylor versus Amanda Serrano weigh-in. That was a massive event, and you certainly hyped it up. What was it like being up there for this?
I mean, it's just unbelievable, you know, the energy. You can really feel it. You know, these fans have been clamoring for this fight. I, as a fan, have been clamoring for this fight, and now it's finally here. Two women that are not only the best at their craft, but they've done so much for the sport, and they're finally at the right time meeting. It's just rare that we get to see an event like this. And I mean, obviously, very passionate fan bases, Brooklyn and Puerto Rico, and of course, Ireland. Man, it's the Garden. This is what great nights are built out of. So it felt great up there.
It was absolutely electric. You heard the Puerto Rican fans. You heard the Irish fans. Did you? Who was louder in your opinion? Who was more cheering more in your opinion?
It seemed like the Irish were louder, but you know, you never know until on the night, because I think both women are going to get tons of cheers. And I'll tell you this: the New York fight fans, they know what they're watching, and both of these women, I know them. And I know that tomorrow night they're going to fight like warriors, so they better both get cheers from both sides. I know I'll be cheering them both.
Absolutely, no, we all will. Madison Square Garden. I know you're a historian in boxing. This is the first time that two women are headlining Madison Square Garden. I mean, your thoughts on where this fight falls in the history of this storied venue?
Well, a lot of people are saying this is the biggest fight in women's boxing history, and I tend to believe them. Like I said, both of these women have done so much for the sport. And, of course, women like Christy Martin and Layla Ali, and there are a lot of Ann Wolfe, all kinds of other women fighters that have come before, and Cecilia Brackhus, and tons of great women fighters. But Katie and Amanda have both, they're so different but yet so similar in the way that, like, I honestly don't know anything that these women do in their lives besides train and box. Both of them. It's literally what they do. I don't think Amanda owns a cell phone. She's never had a boyfriend. It's boxing. You know, Katie, she loves the fight week and all that, but she wants to be training. She wants to be off quiet and just training, doing her craft. They take this so serious. So I mean, you've got two women that have really pushed this sport and broken boundaries, and now they've really done it at the ultimate, the mecca of sports and entertainment, the mecca of boxing, the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. They're headlining it, first time.
Absolutely. These are two women that absolutely love their craft, and they're getting to do just that tomorrow night. Speaking of loving your craft, I wanted to ask you, yes. Whenever people hear your great work, you usually level up more and more, and you get the crowd so pumped. One of your signature phrases is, of course, the fighter's last name. Now, my understanding, I read a little bit about this. This was a throwback to old school fights when the speaker system wasn't good and you had to turn. I'd love to hear it from your perspective.
So there is an old moniker that, like, back in the day before the speaker systems weren't good, they'd say to the one side, Smith. I don't know that can actually be confirmed, and I've actually talked to some other boxing historians. I don't think we can actually confirm that, but I will say that, certain announcers, like the great Johnny Addy here at Madison Square Garden, wonderful guy. I got to induct him into the New York State Boxing Hall of Fame, posthumously, obviously, but he used to do the double surname, obviously Ed Darien, and other great announcers. And to me, it's a boxing tradition, and it's something that no one did anymore. And when I started announcing 20 years ago, I started doing it. If you look at tapes back in the Golden Gloves and the amateur fights, I used to do that. If you find any of the old fights, you'll hear me saying the names twice. So to me, it was just the correct way to do it, and I've always done it.
You've brought that to life, and it's an amazing signature phrase. We know that you play off the crowd and the energy. Just to close it out, I mean, can you even imagine what it's going to be like tomorrow night when these two fighters come to the ring and you start to announce them and introduce them to these audiences?
It's one of those things, Curran, when I've been an announcer for the New York crowds for many years, and here at the Garden and for big fights. And there's a special thing when you have especially an event that you believe in, the fighters believe in, the people believe in. Everyone's, like I said, clamoring to see this. And it's just, we feed off each other, and I can't wait. It's something magical. It feels very tangible, but it's kind of an intangible that happens. And I think tomorrow night's going to be one of those magical special nights. And it's just going to be overtaken with emotion, and it's history. And I think we're going to get a great show, so it's a lot of fun. And we're going to see two warriors doing what they love to do. And may the best woman win.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to the fight. I'm looking forward to your call and announcing and getting everyone pumped. David Diamante, thank you so much.
Thank you, Curran. Great to see you.